Hi and welcome back. If you're watching this, thank you. You might as well subscribe, but if not, that's okay too. This is just a hobby. Today I have a blue rainbow eyeshadow. I don't know what to call it. I'll come up with something going on. Alright, mimicking hair-like strokes, I'm going in with an eyebrow pencil in the shade Mahogany. I don't like to use pencils labeled brown or black. They just don't end up working for me. I don't like filming my eyebrows on camera because of my facial expressions, but here we are. To conceal my brows, I'm going in with the shade Suede by LA Girl Pro Concealer. Don't start off directly below your brows because once you mess up, then you have to restart. I make my way up as I'm going. Oh, and the reason why I decided to put concealer in front of my brows is because I kind of had a little unibrow action going on, so I just had to find a way to conceal that. Now I'm just dragging that concealer down to make the blending process a lot easier. So put a little concealer on my lids just to make the blue pop out a little more. Now directly beneath my crease, I'm going in with the Coconut Super Shock Shadow by Colorpop. Don't worry about making it extremely neat, we end up blending it out anyways. Oh, and also, if you're watching this, it's probably only because I sent it to you, but I still appreciate your support more than you know. Now for my crease, I'm going in with the magenta shade from the James Charles palette. I wait until the end to start blending the colors together. It doesn't really make a difference when you blend, but I like to wait until I've packed the orange on top. Okay, I actually pointed to the wrong colors, but I'm going in with the orange and red shades in the palette and just packing that on top of my crease. Once those three shades are on, I start to blend. Now in order to create more depth within the eyeshadow, I go in with a shade similar to the Colorpop shade from the James Charles palette. However, it's a bit darker. I'm going in with that purple shade at the end of my crease. This look, I spend extra time blending. I'm going back in with the magenta shade just to even out the colors. Now highlighting the top of your brows is personal preference, however I'm going in with Colourpop's California Love palette in the shade Diego. I did my lashes off camera, but save your money and buy them off AliExpress or Amazon. I only spent $9 on these. Oh, they came in a pack of 2, I forgot to say. But for primer, I used the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Blurring Primer. I don't like it very much, but I have it and I'm not gonna buy a new one, so here we are. For foundation, I'm using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation in the shade 450. I always go in with a damp beauty blender because it doesn't blend very well when I don't. For highlighting concealer, I'm going in with the same concealer I used underneath my brows. This is the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Suede. Now, if this wasn't a full coverage, full glam look, then I would have left my concealer at that. However, I wanted my under eyes to look really bright, so I went in with the shade Fawn from the same LA Girl Pro concealers. I used the shade Suede as more of a neutralizer because when I put Fawn on without anything beneath it, it turns out really gray. I'm done. I let it sit for a minute or two, but if you leave it too long, you're gonna have flashbacks, so keep that in mind. I'm slowly trying to change up my foundation routine, but I don't think I'll actually end up changing it. I usually go in with the Fenty Beauty, I don't know the shade, I just pick up the darkest one I can find, concealer to contour. However, this time I'm using the Juvia's Place, also don't know the shade, I just picked up the darkest one in the store. Believe it's one of their concealers. I could be wrong. I like it. It works with my undertones. I won't buy it again though, but it's still really pretty. For setting powder, I'm going in with Mercier's Translucent Loose Setting Powder in the shade Medium Deep. For underneath my eyes, I'm going in with that brown and mixing it with purple. I recommend doing this before you do your powder because once you mess up, you can't go back, but you can correct it with your powder. For the insides of my eyes, I'm going in with a white eyeshadow to create the illusion that my eyes are a lot bigger than they are. Again, I'm going in with the Urban Decay All Nighter Ultra Matte Setting Spray. Like I said in the last video, I can't stand this stuff because my skin isn't that oily. but I have it, so I'm gonna use it. I'm using a drugstore highlighter, and I go in on top of that with the Juvia's Place highlighter. I'll have the name of it down below. Lipstick, I used Kylie Jenner and Too Faced matte lipsticks. I'll have the name of them down below. If you made it this far, I really appreciate it. I know it's just a hobby, but you have no idea how much your support means to me. See you next time.